Hey everyone, we are Tony and Sonia, and after more than 20 years of teaching, we finally decided we'd had enough and it was time for some adventure. So we quit our jobs, rented out our house and sold pretty much everything we owned. And while most midlife crises end up with a sports car, we bought a narrowboat called KimberleyJo. And along with our newest crew member Willow, we travel all over the UK's stunning and beautiful canal network. It'd be great if you came along and joined us on Same Ship, Different Day.
Morning, for a not rainy day. First thing I normally do in the morning is get the fire going. We can't keep it alive, and I've not been able to do it yet. But we had a comment from a viewer to say that he noticed that we still had our smoke hood in place on the stove, and apparently on boats you don't need to have that. We looked it up he told us to look it up on the instructions for More So Squirrel, and no, you don't need it, and apparently it affects the efficiency of your stove. So I'm going to take that out this morning. Got my old clothes on, but as you know, with the added challenge of a very nosy puppy who is into everything right now. Say good morning. So yeah, hopefully she's going to go and play. She's got all her toys down the other end of the boat, and then I'm going to get on and take out this smoke hood thanks to our viewer, and hopefully that'll make a difference as to how we keep our fire alight, how much fuel we use and all that. So even More So Squirrel will have accepted that the off you go, get down, have accepted that it did affect the fuel efficiency of the stoves with short flues. So there you go, that's all you need to know. Got my old clothes on because as you know it's a dirty job, and thanks to my past self, oh nosy dog, right, get down. Thanks to my past self, I remembered to go and get gloves, so I've got gloves this morning so I don't have to get dirty hands. Right. So let's see how we go. Right, so the smoke hood is at the back underneath the baffle plate, so I'm going to take the baffle plate out and then hopefully get the smoke hood out. Apparently it's quite simple, you just twist it anti-clockwise and it comes out, so fingers crossed. There you go, baffle plate. It says anti-clockwise, that's it, good. That's anti-clockwise. Let's go see if I can see. I moved it. Don't know if you can see in there, a bit at the top there. I don't know if you can see it, but that thing there is the smoke hood, and apparently it just gets filled up with rubbish, which I can feel. I'm going to try and take that out now. Right, might have to take some nuts out, so off to get a spanner. So Willow is not happy at being excluded. She's now down the other end of the boat being entertained. I am going to take to the thing with a spanner. Right, so this is the offending article. I grabbed, drafted in reinforcements. Tony managed to get them. Did you get the nuts off, or did you just twist it?
I didn't fully undo it, but I partly undid one of the bolts and it came out.
Yeah, so one of the bolts at the top there, it was just stopping it from coming out. So now I'm just going to clean up the fire now. It's a great opportunity now the baffle plate's out. Give it a good old clean, and let's see how it goes. Thanks, Ben. Without you, that would still be in there. And hopefully we'll have a much nicer fire.
Here we have the finished fire. We have no smoke hood, so all it is now is just wait and see if it makes a difference. Apparently it should mean we don't have to open the bottom door as much as we normally do. Willow's been with us for 3 days now. We bought all of this stuff. She's very, very spoilt. She's settled in really well. What's really funny though is she's more interested in the pile of cardboard that we used to put on the fire over there. She takes out every piece of it and just leaves all those toys in her basket, but she's having a whale of a time with it. What do you think, Sam?
Despair.
And yet, cardboard remains her favourite, and a cardboard box
What film is that?
is the stuff dreams are made of. This is the doggy equivalent of a child getting a great present at Christmas and just playing with a box.
He's all about Jaws. That's all. Jaws made you want to take up surfing. Oh, I'm so
Christ, is that the time? I've got much to do.
There are other drinks available.
And now, my right ears.
And in case you're wondering what it's like having a puppy on board, it's been absolutely fine, except for the fact that she had her first injection last week and she can't now, for 4 weeks, she can't go anywhere. So toilet training and things is really difficult. You have to do it completely on the boat. It's not like you've got a garden or something. So that's been quite difficult because you've got to work out when she needs to go to the toilet, and she's really young. So that's been quite difficult. But other than that, and the fact that we've had no sleep for about a week, because what she does is she sleeps for a couple of hours, has a wee, sleeps for a couple of hours, has a wee, then she sleeps for a long amount of time, and then about 5 she's up and she's ready to go. So we're getting very little sleep at all at the moment. But we knew that was going to happen. So we got basically 3 more weeks. Today's Saturday. We've got 3 more weeks till she gets the second injection, and then we can start taking her places, just not on the towpath, because towpaths, obviously, you get like lots of animals going along there and rats and things, and that's not very good for her. So we can take her off to different parks and stuff. We can take her off to like into a pub or into some shops and things. But at the moment it's like a little mini lockdown, which we're embracing because we didn't have a lockdown before. We was in China and we didn't have a lockdown. So this will give us a real chance for some like casual drinking, basically. I think that's all we can do. Takeaways and casual drinking. 3 weeks. Worst ways to spend 3 weeks, I suppose.
So this is Willow's first cruise day. She's as snug as a bug and getting used to the sights and smells.
Yeah. And we're just on our way to Weeden Beck.
Week. But it's a really quaint little shopping village. So yeah, check it out. And just over that hedge there, you've got the M1, and that noise is relentless all night long. I mean, in the end, it just becomes, you don't hear it, you just get used to it. But when it was raining this weekend, it was really noisy. And then conversely, on the other side, you've got the train track. So it's a double whammy bonus. The sun's trying to peek its head out of the clouds. I'm not sure it's going to be very successful though.
No. And we're going to Weeden Beck because there's a few little shops and you get a little bit away from both the motorway and the train track.
The canal moves away a little bit. Convenient for shops and stuff. So we'll see how that is. Bridge 18, you can walk to that little shopping village from here. It's really close. The footpath takes you underneath the railway bridge.
Quite a cool fact about Weeden Beck, or Weeden Beck. When Napoleon was rampaging through Europe, England got very worried, so they built a barracks and a pavilion and lots of other things in Weeden Beck, and it was kind of set up as a last resort place, so that if they had to try and withstand the Napoleon armies, this was the place they were all going to go to. The king was going to go there and they was going to defend it till the death. That was kind of the plan. But in the end, Napoleon met his Waterloo elsewhere, as Abba said.
He did surrender.
He did surrender at Waterloo. So they never got to use it. And I believe the pavilion might not be there anymore, but the barracks still are, I believe. So if we get a chance, we'll maybe see if we can film that. And if you watched our vlogs, that's like code for you're probably never going to see anything about that again. But if we do remember, is Willow still there, by the way? If you do remember, or if we do remember, we'll put that on the channel for you. But I thought it was quite fascinating. And I got the book in front of me, and it was King George III. who they're going to hide away there in Weeden Beck.
Weeden Beck, stop saying Weeden Beck.
Right, let's just see what she's like here, because there's another boat going past.
Another boat come past, his first moving boat.
See what she thinks. Hi there. Not bothered at all.
That's really good.
Well, yeah, not bothered at all. In the end, we would like to get her, so she kind of sits there like a lot of them do. So we'll kind of build up a plan for her, so gradually she gets used to it, and then one day we'll try and get up there. And it's
Yep. Just wanted to get used to the sounds, because everything's so different to a house.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've not been going long. It's only going to be about another 20-25 minutes, so it's quite a nice little start up for her and see how she feels, how she is. And so far, she has been really good. Really good. I put her back down inside thinking, oh, we'll give her a little break inside, but she was clawing to try and get up the steps again, so she obviously isn't bothered about being out here.
I think she just likes being with us, to be honest.
Yeah. Who wouldn't? Well, me anyway. I'm sure that.
Look at all the snowdrops are out in force. One of the benefits of being near a town, walking distance, and we're in such a great spot, is that we get to have a takeaway for tea tonight. We have a Chinese. So for all of our Chinese friends out there who are watching, Xinyan Kuai Le. That's Happy Chinese New Year, because today is the year of the dragon, so it's the Lunar Festival.
And what I learned in China, Jiang Yo.
Yeah, we're often asked, did you pick up any language in China? And it is really difficult language. We tried really hard, but we were rubbish.
Yeah, I got the two words, Jiang Yo, soy sauce, and Baiwei.
Guess what? Budweiser. Budweiser. Anyway, so Xinyan Kuai Le to all of you out there. Happy Chinese New Year, the year of the dragon. Oh, we're going to get on and eat our lovely Chinese takeaway.
Nice.
It's not the same as that restaurant in Ningbo, though, is it?
No, nothing ever will
No, there was a restaurant in Ningbo where we lived that was like our favourite place to eat. It was a Sichuan restaurant, and it was just fabulous. So I'd like to go back there just to have that.
Yeah. Anyway,
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year. Just going to show you Weeden Beck, or I'm forgetting the actual name of it now. Weeden Beck. Whatever it is, I was just going to show you anyway. So behind me here, that is where the towpath is, and you can moor up like probably right just around here. So just come up the sides there, and then this is the high street. First thing you come to, a pub called the Heart of England. Really nice pub, really nice pub. Good prices for the food and everything as well in there. And they have a quiz night on a Thursday. Right next door, as you can see there, we have Weeden House. That's it, Weeden Beck. So we have the Weeden house, which is Chinese and fish and chips, just there. We carry on down here. Just there is the barbers I went to, Avo Barbers. I would thoroughly recommend, but you can make your own judgment. Just have a look at my hair. As I carry on down, there's a couple of antique places. Right, so just a little bit further down, as you can see, the pub was just there. On that side, we have Lucky House, which we had a lovely Chinese from there just 2 days ago, I think it was. So yeah, Lucky House just there, and that's next to the Wheat Sheaf, which is another pub. And then on the left-hand side there, you can just see the sign coming into the distance, which is the Tesco Express. Really nice size. Sometimes you have those Tesco Expresses, which are like corner shops. This is a really good Tesco Express as well, just the end of the high street. So for anyone, if you're kind of coming through on a boat, this is perfect, absolutely perfect. You get your shopping, get some takeaway food, get a couple of beers, and it's all quite close. The only thing I will say with Flippin' Neck or Bleeding Neck or Weeden Beck, it's probably not the prettiest of places. Like the mooring itself, as you've seen from the aerial shot, it's not like you don't see out over the fields and everything. So we're quite looking forward to hopefully one of our next couple of stops being somewhere with a nice view and a little bit more kind of a country village type atmosphere, whereas this isn't really quite that, I don't think. But anyway, it's a very good stop to be able to have. You know, like for a couple of days to get yourself all stocked up. Nice and easy, so close to the towpath. So yeah, here we have it.
So, Mr. Bond.
I'm going to keep that in, you know. Yeah, I will. That'll be in there. I just thought we'd just check back in again. So we've had the fire going now for a few days.
Without the smoke hood.
Without the smoke hood. And what I can say is, oh my God, it's so hot.
We have to let the fire practically go out.
Yeah, the other night we was opening doors and windows because
Yeah.
it was so hot. So yeah, it's been brilliant. So if you have got one of these fires,
Check.
you might want to check to see if you've got a smoke hood as well. I think it's only on a boat though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's only on a boat that they say. Well, it's made for the Danish market, so whether or not it's British have the smoke hood regulation or not, I don't know. But yeah, on a boat, because of short flues, it does affect the efficiency. And we've noticed it stays alight overnight, so I can get up in the morning, just put coals on, and it goes alight. But we're also using a little bit less coal.
Yeah.
To get the same heat, so and that's really good.
So it has worked basically. Tomorrow we are moving on, so we're going to Hayford, I think.
Nether Hayford, I think we're off to roughly that area. We're
Yep.
going to get some water, do the services and stuff like that. We're only doing little trips because this little madam is not keen on being on her own in the boat all the time, and it gets cold outside.
Yeah, so
For her.
that's the plan. Tomorrow we'll be moving off down there. But I just wanted to bring up one thing for today, because it is a year that we've lived on the boat. We came over from China in December of 22. We bought the boat just before Christmas. And then they had all the work done that, and we actually moved in the middle of February. And
14th February, Valentine's Day it was.
yeah, and it's now
He doesn't remember my birthday or when we got married, but he knows what day we moved on the boat.
I know both of those, but I won't bore you with the details.
He does.
Anyway, moving on swiftly. So yeah, we've been on the boat for a year. We've got to recommend it as well. If we do get a few people who've left messages saying that they're thinking of doing this, we've loved it, haven't we, so far?
We've loved it. I know some people don't, but they're quite rare.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Definitely, if you've ever toyed with the idea, give it a go.
Yeah.
We have really enjoyed our first year. It's had its challenges, as always. You know, it's sometimes when things go wrong. But what we've learned from the experience is not to take yourself too seriously. You know, don't take things too seriously. Don't get stressed out
I agree.
as much as you can.
So I'd like to thank everyone who's watched us over the year, and our subscribers and our wonderful
Members.
long list of members. Thank you both of you. Really
Thank you
appreciate
both of you for your support, because it means the world to us,
Yeah.
and it helps us improve our channel.
And thanks also for the comments. I don't often say about comments, but really enjoy the comments. And when we first started, there were people who every week were leaving comments for us when we was mucking up the sound and the videos and everything about them we was getting wrong because we've never done anything like it before. Their support really helped us carry on. So if you were one of those, sometimes those people don't message anymore, but honestly, your messages mean so much to us. So thank you anyone who does message and keeps coming. And things like the smoke hood.
Yep. Every day's a learning day.
I mean, I'm guessing everyone else knows you don't have a smoke hood.
Yeah, we didn't know.
Yeah, because the amount of times it happens, people say, "Oh, why you got that on there? Or why is that happening?"
Yeah, why are you doing? And also, I had some relevant advice from someone about doing the double lock so we don't get pinged about like a pinball wizard. I love that phrase. So yeah, we're going to try that on our next double lock when we get there.
So as always, thanks for watching.
Thanks for subscribing.
Yeah.
Thanks for liking.
Let's do an impression. You weren't going to do impressions, were you?
No.
Can you tell who that is? Maybe some of you will. Anyway, I was going to do a pun for old time's sake, but
you can't think of one.
I can't think really. No.
Anyway, bye everyone. See you in the next one.
Bye.